Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and the holidays have already begun. My kids are out of school, and I'm already tired of listening to my 11-year-old sit around the house and whine, so I made him leave, made him go. Now, Linda Jones is clarifying something. She says, thank you for quoting me correctly. Many articles are saying I'm predicting an IPO in May. What I said was, if Ripple goes public soon, my first target date would be May 15th. If not, then my next target is 2025. I am not saying they will. I'm saying if they do, mid-May would likely be the most opportune time. Okay? Now, just a reminder, folks, because a lot of these, it's just a matter of time. A lot of these people, I think, are going to try to catch the IPO window when this all opens back up. I think that's probably what Link2's thinking. It's probably what a lot of these companies are thinking that have been building for a long time. And Ripple is certainly no different. And all these things are on the Link2 platform, who is one of my sponsors. Just as a reminder, go check it out. Now, I think, I can't remember, but I think I may have played this clip before, but I wanted to play it for you again, and then I wanted to play you something I've played in the past to bring it all together in your mind. This is this guy Brendan Barry.
My name is Brendan Barry, and this is Crypto
from Ripple.
So digital assets not only can, but are being used in the real world today.
Yep.
I'm not going to get through all the different examples of that within this short period of time, but when I think of why, there are three main reasons that really hit on it for me. One is digital assets allow for transferability, proof of ownership, as well as availability.
Transferability, proof of ownership. I've told you that we don't have to hear anymore. I mean, he's talking about how things are going to be tokenized and all. I believe that we're going to have a new gold standard. I also believe that gold is going to be put on a ledger. Now, if I was betting my money, I would say the XRP ledger would be perfect for that. We've talked about this before. This is how bad it is. Now that I have no Twitter account or X account, I believe whoever did it, if they did it intentionally, it was for the purpose of getting rid of my library of information, because now I have to play it from YouTube. This is a tweet I had put out. This Linda Jones had a conversation with Jimmy Valley. Listen.
As you know, what if you reset the economy back to a gold standard type analysis, and the implied price of gold based on the debt at that time was it was about $35,000 an ounce. So it was this thought of, you could see the G7 come together, right, and shake hands on a deal where their central banks will start trading gold again and supporting their own national currencies with on a gold standard, just like Russia's done, right? Mm-hmm. But that they wouldn't. It was too cumbersome in the world we live in today to be putting tons of gold on military aircraft and shipping them back and forth between countries to sell.
In other words, what he's saying is XRP could solve that transportability problem. Boom, bingo. Look at Crypto Bull. He's another one of the official lightning rods of the Digital Asset Investor channel. He loves reposting this chart right here, and every time I see it, it reminds me of everything that we've been through. Every time I see this chart, it reminds me, because I was there. Remember, I was there all the way from back here. I remember when I first got in this, and when it was like this, and then when this happened, I was like, oh, okay, maybe I was wrong. Woke up again sometime right in here and realized I had not been wrong. And then I started studying this thing again, and then all of a sudden 2008, late 2017, 2018 happens, and then my channel was born somewhere in here, and since that time I have watched all of the corruption and the lawsuits and the trying to stop Ripple and XRP, and for that reason, and because we have fought the good fight and won the fights, this is what I believe our future is. Not a question in my mind. Okay, John Deaton. He's talking about this Joel Katz tweet. The NetFX projects are being given 3 pieces of legal advice. Avoid anything that would give U.S. regulators jurisdiction. Avoid truthful disclosure of future plans. Avoid perception that you are making efforts. John Deaton says, great summary. I'd put he's adding a number 4. Under no circumstances are you to cooperate with or talk to anyone at the SEC. If they ask for your business name or address, refer them to your attorney. If you get a subpoena, don't immediately comply. Instead, call your attorney. Here's Hester Pierce. She is saying here that the SEC, that Congress is stepping in, suggesting that the XRP, that the SEC is not going to be the primary regulator.
Now we're in a bit of an awkward position because Congress has expressed a clear interest in stepping into this space and has suggested that maybe the SEC will not be the primary regulator for much of this stuff, and so it's a little bit harder to do now. But I think whatever we do or Congress does, the point should be, let's bear in mind what the objective is, which is to make sure there's enough information out there for people to make decisions about what they want to do, but also to preserve the ability of people to innovate and think about how to do things in new ways, not to try to force everything that's happening in the crypto world into the traditional finance mold, which is not necessarily the best mold for all of these things. So I hope that we'll turn over a new leaf in this area and take a fresh start.
Why is anybody still taking any of these people serious and inviting them to these crypto conferences? They don't have any credibility left, and that includes her. She hasn't done jack squat for this industry other than issue opinions, letters of her opinion and dissents and everything. But what has she done? Nothing. She could have blown the whistle on all this and blown it sky high. Never forget that. Look at this. Just in Citigroup announces layoffs for 300 senior manager roles, or 10% of all workers at that level. This is the beginning of a massive restructuring of the bank. The restructuring will reportedly result in tens of thousands of positions eliminated. Yet another sign of layoffs spreading beyond the tech sector. Job cuts have officially started today. This will be dominoes like no other, folks. Get ready, strap in, make sure, look, here's what I'm doing. Make sure you have plenty of cash, or I'm making sure I have plenty of cash. I'm making sure that I have gold. I'm making sure that, anyway, you know the drill. You've heard me on this channel 1,000 times. Okay. I want to show you this before we go into the private group. This was an opportunity for President Biden. And think about this is such nonsense. This is a communist dictatorship. I can't say that. I'm forgetting myself here, folks. Might even have to cut that out here for YouTube. But this outfit right here, we can talk about this further in the group, but I'll let you listen out here to what she says anyway.
Terry, we appreciate you joining us. I wanted to start with that meeting and what your impressions were going into it, but also what your impressions were really coming out of it.
Well, clearly this was an opportunity for President Biden and President Xi to deepen their communication, to try to make some concrete progress on things we can work on together. Coming out of the bilat, there was an important agreement concerning working on fentanyl, which is killing 100,000 Americans a year, and importantly, military to military direct communication, which had lapsed and is extremely important. President Biden expressed the importance of avoiding conflict, that we want healthy competition, but want to avoid conflict. And President Xi certainly agreed with that approach. Both presidents expressed concerns over some economic policies and actions of the other. But importantly, there was a recognition that we have an opportunity to work together on things of mutual concern and concern to the globe. Things like...
She is such a joke. Folks, I'm going to tell you what I really think about that clip as we go into our group. But the main thing I'm talking about in our group is this. I'm going to show you the bizarre story. And it is bizarre. This is, Tether to me is one of the most, not just Tether, but so much more. The bizarre part of crypto that's being allowed while they go after the good actors. The bizarre part of it. And boy, this is very bizarre and dark too. And we're going to talk about it in the group. That's at daixrp.com. And you'll, of course, the people in the group, they know what I think about what Janet Yellen just said. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell your friends and family. DAIXRP, if you want to hear the truth, the whole truth, and the completely uncensored truth, and you get all my videos with no commercials, go to daixrp.com. It's well worth it just for no commercials, if nothing else. Okay.